Hey, what's up guys? Back in the shop again, and I'm going to be doing some more work on the S6 today. Probably a pretty short one. As you saw, and I think the first or the second part of the videos, pulled the engine mount out and it's totally destroyed. Very common on the 4OT, and I think every platform it's in. Due to their design with the cylinder deactivation, the added vibration to 4-cylinder mode, they have a tendency to go out, and mine is completely destroyed. So I thought, you know what, there's really no good solution to it. Being this car is most likely going to be making more than stock power, it only adds to the problem. There's no good aftermarket alternative. There's been talk of an aftermarket company coming out with a better one, but until then I decided I'm going to try kind of an old trick that has been used for years, and that is filling the mounts with urethane. I figured, you know what, at this point it really doesn't hurt to try. New mounts are like $600, $500 to $600 depending where you buy them from per mount, so that's like $1,000 to replace both with a part that's known to do it again, especially with the added torque that this engine's probably going to be making. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to grab some urethane, I'm going to fill the mount, see how it turns out, throw it in, and we'll see how it turns out. So if we look at the mount here, you can see there it's been completely separated. This is the part that actually mounts to the engine. These bolts here secure it to the subframe. So pretty much this engine, for who knows how long, has been, whenever you torqued it, would have been just flopping around like this. So it must have felt terrible. You can see, where was it? Right in there. The rubber's all chewed up from the mount chewing in here like that. So what I've done is picked up some of this 3M window weld. It's kind of pretty popular for this. See, it's the urethane there. And what I'm hoping to do is obviously fill the mount a little bit in there. So that's seated down in there and filled. Then I'm also going to come in here and fill around here to keep the mount from being able to pull up. Because what we got going is this mount here is on the side where when you torque the engine, it's wanting to pull up. The other side, the engine's pushing down on the mount. So in this mount, especially with the extra torque, it's got to hold a lot of torque, and so it's always trying to pull out. And as you see, it accomplished that. It pulled out, tore and pulled up. So I'm hoping by filling this cavity up here, luckily this has this ring around it, for exactly this reason, I'll be able to secure this in here. And hopefully, it'll be interesting to see if we get added vibration. I think this urethane will do the trick. Obviously, it's kind of a little bit of a hack job, not necessarily the thing you expect to do in a car like this, but we're going to do it. We're going to see what it turns out like. So I'm going to see if I can get this stuff set up, cleaned up a little bit maybe, and then we'll start filling it and see how it ends up looking. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start by filling the inside here. Need to make sure everything's aligned correctly, so when I bolt it in, that it'll be square. What I want to do is fill it. I don't know how good the adhesive will be. This stuff is pretty sticky. But I want to make all this into one unit, bulging out both sides. That way, even if it doesn't necessarily adhere to this, it'll be in a way that it can't fall out. All right, I think I'm gonna let that cure like that. And we'll see how it turns out. Need to make sure it's perfectly square. I want to make sure everything's kind of encased so this whole thing becomes a unit, kind of bulged out on both sides, so that it simply can't fall out just simply by itself, because when this dries, it should be pretty strong. So I think that'll do it. This is probably going to be pretty short, but that's what we're going to do with the engine mount. Never hurts to try. If it works, great. It'll save about, well, for one mount, about $600. And I kind of think if it all works, it'll probably be a little better than this factory. Possibly I will have more vibration, but I am planning on, if everything goes as planned, I probably will be deactivating the 4-cylinder mode on this engine. So at that point, a V8 doesn't have near the vibration as a 4-cylinder, obviously. So that'll kind of take care of that issue. Hopefully this will hold me over until one of the aftermarket mount manufacturers comes out with a better, solider solution to this. So here's what it looks like. Not too beautiful. I might grab a little stick or something and try to smooth it all out, make it look pretty. But no one's ever going to see it again until they pull it out. So as long as it's not obstructing anything, any of the mounting points, it should be just fine. And again, this mount here is, for the most part, the stress it's going to be seeing is pulling up. So this up here is what's going to really be doing all the work. So I got really lucky in that this mount has got this solid ring around it. If it would have just been the standard mount that's just mounted in the rubber, we've never been able to do this. But I think filling this in around here, that may be able to do what I need it to do, and that's to hold this steady. So again, thanks for watching it. This video is kind of a hack, but we're going to see what it turns out. This is going to be our science for the day. So again, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you want to see something specific on the build that you aren't seeing, drop a comment below and I'll try to get that for you. I had a couple people asking to see this and that, and I'll try to do that for you. So if you have a question while the engine's sitting here as far as what's accessible, or something you'd like a little bit more information on or video on, please do that. Drop a comment and I will try to do that. So we will see you on the next one.